Now at 4, no longer the law of the land. You're taking a live look right outside of the U.S. Supreme Court in a historic move today. Supreme Court justices overturn Roe v. Wade, ending almost 50 years of legal abortion in the United States.
Keep the rosaries on my ovaries. Keep the rosaries.
Today's decision setting off a chain of reactions from the nation's capital to cities across the United States. The ruling from the nation's highest court will unleash a series of state legislative battles and fuel heated public debate. Good afternoon, I'm Robin Kennedy. It will now be up to each state's elected leaders to decide if abortions will be banned. Today's outcome, overturning the landmark decision, is expected to lead to abortion bans in roughly half of U.S. states. The decision, unthinkable just a few years ago, was the culmination of decades of efforts by abortion opponents. President Biden called it a sad day in America and says he'll do whatever he can to defend abortion rights.
Today, the Supreme Court of the United States expressly took away a constitutional right from the American people that it had already recognized. They didn't limit it, they simply took it away. That's never been done to a right so important to so many Americans, but they did it. It's a sad day for the court and for the country.
The people have won a victory. The right to life has been vindicated. The voiceless will finally have a voice. This great nation can now live up to its core principle that all are created equal, not born equal, created equal.
Queen City News is covering every angle of this landmark decision. We begin with our chief legal correspondent, Seema Iyer, and we are the only television station here in the Charlotte area with a legal correspondent. So very lucky to have you, Seema. Let's get straight to it. Let's talk about the legal reasoning with the justices that they used to overturn Roe v. Wade.
Okay, so to be specific, today, not only Roe versus Wade, but also, and that was 1973, but also the case that affirmed that, Planned Parenthood versus Casey from 1992. They were both overturned, and the court really delved into the reasons, basically saying it was a combination of a lack of history, text, as well as precedent to support this ruling. And again, they got very granular into this, but a lot of this revolved around the fact that there wasn't a clear-cut constitutional amendment that supported the right to abortion, nor were there any case law. In fact, the court even said when Casey, Planned Parenthood versus Casey in 1992, when that affirmed Roe versus Wade, some of the justices actually overturned portions of Roe versus Wade. Roe versus Wade was so focused on the viability of the fetus. Roe versus Wade talked about abortions. Basically, you couldn't interfere with a woman's right to an abortion pre-viability. Nobody ever said abortions are illegal. That language is different, so it's the viability issue. Then you turn to Casey. Casey attacked a different issue, saying we would not allow states to create undue burdens for women. So, Robin, what does that mean? We're not going to put a woman in a position where she has to travel 200 miles, where she can't find the means to get an abortion. So do you see what I'm saying? Roe versus Wade was one thing, Casey was another. They overturned them both today.
Let's talk a little bit about the constitutionality, because you said that was a big part of this. Was the Supreme Court saying today that a woman does not have a constitutional right for an abortion?
Okay, technically it is not in the Constitution, number one. Number two is there's different provisions, amendments that different advocates rely on. Specifically, Roe versus Wade, they relied on the First Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, the Ninth Amendment. And just to kind of catch you up, a lot of this is right to privacy issues. Okay, we see that usually in the Fourth Amendment. In the Ninth Amendment, which a lot of people don't know about, and I didn't really know much about, it's basically a catch-all. It says that if we didn't specifically give you rights in the other amendments, the Ninth Amendment means that you still have those rights, even if we just definitely didn't say them. So that's where a lot of people get those rights from. And then finally, Casey relied on the 14th Amendment. And a lot of people know about the 14th Amendment because it's basically saying you have a right to due process. You have, we have these liberty rights, and you cannot take my liberty away from me. Like, Robin, you and I cover the courts a lot together. Mm-hmm. You can't just put someone in jail without giving them a trial. Mm-hmm. That's the best example.
Okay. Great. So much more to break down. We could talk with you all afternoon, but we do have to get on. And it is important that we see how this will play out in each of the states, each of the Carolinas.
Okay, so North Carolina, Governor Cooper's already said everything's going to stay status quo. South Carolina is a pending heartbeat bill, and McMaster is saying that basically the viability is at the detection of a heartbeat. I believe he's going to file a motion today regarding that. We'll keep you posted. And of course, I will be back at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, and 12.
All right. Thank you so much, Seema, for your insights.